Scott out of Texas. Get it off your
Yes,
chest,
sir.
sir. How you doing, Scott?
Doing well. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Two quick things. I have a comment, and then I want you to tell me if I'm on the right track, and then I have a quick question. So I've heard you say so many times that God wants us to be a living being, and I've kind of had difficulty understanding that concept, and I'm doing what you say. You know, I don't read the Bible all the time, but I came across the passage where God revealed himself to Moses, and he said, I am that I am. And I've heard you say so many times that we don't really have a purpose in life, and that's all driven by ego for us to think that we have a purpose.
Yes.
So I've been doing the silent prayer, and tell me if this is right. All of a sudden, it was like, I don't want to use church talk like it was revealed to me or God spoke to me, but it seemed that it was revealed to me that to really have my purpose is to simply just be. So the same way that God said, I am that I am, for me to replicate and be like God, I need to just be. Is that right?
100%.
That's incredible.
God created man, and he breathed life into the man, and he became a living being. And so God's life should be just working through you, and you just be his son and just be. That's all. You're absolutely right.
Man, I was talking to my wife about that last night. I said, Mandy, it's so incredible. Think about that. I said, when you do this silent prayer, you are fulfilling your purpose. You know, because I almost think that God doesn't even have a purpose. His purpose is he just is. And that's how I'm supposed to be. Right? Isn't that right?
You're definitely supposed to be the image of your Father, and that is the image of God. When people see you, they should see him in you. And
that's incredible.
And if you had perfect parents, you would be that way already, because you would grow up the example of your father. You would follow the light in your father, your earthly father, as he followed the light of God. And you will already be that way, but because you've been lied to, you've been traumatized, you've been told you need to find your purpose, and you've been told to be this or that and to believe this or that, it's taking you off course and sending you down that wide road that leads to destruction. But as you're returning, as you just explained, you're understanding what they're about, because now you're remembering what you knew as a child. It's already in you to know.
That's incredible. It's just it's mind blowing. When how could I not have seen that all these years of my life? But when your eyes are finally open, it's so liberating.
Yes.
When you realize you don't have a purpose anymore, you're free. You're free to just let God do what he needs to do in your life.
That's right. And what he's doing in your life right now is creating love through you, so that love conquers all. Love changes all. Love is everything. Love is patience. It's endurance. It's speaking up but not hating. It's everything. And then he's gonna take care of you too. Whatever your needs are in life, they will be met. And you're gonna see, Scott, now that you has awakened, you're gonna start living, and it's gonna be amazing for you. You're gonna see more and more and more and more and more.
Well, awesome, and I'm gonna ask you this real quick question. And I wrote a song. I've sent you music before, and I wrote a song called "Now Is the Only Place to Be" because I was inspired by, I guess, what I saw, and I'll send it to you in the next 3 or 4 months when I get it, mixed right and all that, and you can do whatever you want with it. But
Perfect.
But my question I wanted to ask you is that earlier this morning I heard you say that God only reveals himself to those who are willing. How do I know I'm willing? How do I know I'm willing?
Well, the reason that you know is because you just explained about being, and you wouldn't remember that if God didn't allow you to remember. So that's your proof right there.
Amazing. That makes me feel so incredible, man. That's so liberating. Wow. Thanks, Jesse.
And you're welcome. And then, Scott, you're going to find yourself dealing with situations. You're going to overcome them rather than overreacting to them. You're going to see that everything changes. You deal with life differently and everything. So you're on your way, man.
It's amazing to not ever be angry, and I really appreciate everything you do. All you guys, Joel, James, Ernest, all them guys, I love all of y'all. Y'all keep doing the good work. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Scott, man. I wish you well. Call me again.